Well, hey, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 23. Well, it's Saturday again, and a little bit of a rough week. Kind of tweaked my back a little bit and everything, but it's supposed to be super hot today. I went to another creek earlier this morning. I didn't want to film it because I don't want you to know where it is. But just did a few pans prospecting here and there, and at least there it was cool. But I did want to get some pay dirt again, just like I did last week, because I just want something to play with, and I figured I put the DreamMat up against the Sawtooth. I put the DreamMat up against my Mighty Keen wash plant. And last week I was amazed at how tiny of flakes the DreamMat could catch, and it only missed two incredibly small micro dots that the Sawtooth caught. And I even mentioned that, does that make my gold wheel obsolete? I mean, why run it through the gold wheel if I can run it through the DreamMat in much less time? So I'm going to get me some pay dirt, hopefully more than I did last week, because I'm going to go back to pretty much the same spot, see if I can get back on it. I was amazed at how much I found. Even though they were small, there was quite a few of them. So my goal for today is speed pan down a few buckets if I can. Maybe last week I did 2. Hopefully I can get 4, maybe 6. I don't know. Basically, it's supposed to get up near 100 degrees today, but it is later. The sun's just about over the trees, so we'll get that slight breeze because there's none now. That's why I'm standing here in the shade. So I'm actually hoping, if everything goes according to plan, which rarely does it ever go according to plan, I can get enough pay dirt. I'm actually going to run it through the gold wheel with the clean bin, and then what the gold wheel misses, well, doesn't capture, I'm going to run it through the DreamMat. That will tell me if my gold wheel is obsolete or not, because I love that gold wheel. It's simple, just does everything for you. You don't have to worry about much. But why not? It's something to do, something to enjoy the day and have some fun. It's pretty smoky. It's pretty smoky today. We're going to go down in there. The spot I was at is similar in that area there. I did bring the Bronco today. As you can see, that junker camper is still there. Of course, I got some hydration, and my chair can't go anywhere without that chair. So let's get to it. Gold Rush 23. Thanks for coming. Alrighty, as always, you gotta move some rock and everything. The cool thing is, the river is even further down today than it was last week. I was actually panning right over there, but that rock over there looks a little soft. I'm sure I can find it. Maybe even that one. There's plenty of soft rocks for me to sit on and do my speed panning. But, so, again, that's where I dug last week. So I pried out all these rocks here. It's actually that's about 3.5 feet by 2 feet. But there's actually, I did not even, is that gold? No, it's pyrite. So same kind of material. I just rolled this one, which is heavy as cuss. I almost broke my excavator again. And it's the same kind of material. Kind of decomposing granite, but there is clay in it. So it is warm. Sun will be over in about I don't know, half hour. But I'm going to do a test pan. I'm not going to spend a lot of time filming down here because you've all seen it before. So let's see if we have any nugs. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, I got that. I filled up one classifier of all the, picked up stuff that I showed you, and I got her down to all black sand and most of it out. But the good news is, let's see if I can get you in there. Ooh, buried a couple of them. We got gold, very small flakes. So let me keep pulling this back. And that's actually kind of what I wanted. Well, of course we all want a nug, but I don't mind the small flakes because that's what I'm really concerned about missing. So let me finish this up and see how one pan did. It's already better than last week on the first test pan, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let me get to it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. All right, I got it all panned down. I have to use my readers because the gold's so small, but I counted 10. Not bad for the first test pan. Let me show you. Okay, so that was a good test pan. 10 small flakes of gold for just one classifier is good enough for me. So let's get a couple buckets classified. I'm going to get a little hydration in me. And some PayDirt. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty. One bucket down. It's a little over 3/4 full. One more to go. I actually made it down to the next rock layer, which I will have to expand the hole open to be able to get prying leverage to get those out. So these first two buckets, which I'm not going to segregate, are going to be giving me room to get down to hopefully a little bit juicier PayDirt. So right now I got to cool down. It's hot, but shade's finally here. You can see the breeze is coming. Oh, it feels good though. Well, at least I'm burning off some of this belly. Still finding nugs. Back in a bit. There's 23. Howdy. Well, just an update. I know I said I wasn't going to film much down here, but I had to show you this. I finally got it wide enough. Almost broke my excavator again because that sucker's heavy. But let me show you. It was actually vertical, but I always have really good luck when you get that red at the bottom of there. But look at that quartz vein right there. Two of them, but that one. So if I remember, and it does, come all the way around. I might have to try to crack that one open and take a closer look. But just wanted to show you that. Still working on the second bucket. Finally, we got a little bit of a breeze here. Let me get back to it. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty. Got number 2 done. It's incredible that there's just this hole. You got my excavator there for scale. Just this hole to all those rocks. But, oh goodness, that feels good. Oh yeah. That feels really good. Bringing in the smoke though. Alright, time to speed pan all this down. And hopefully we have some nugs. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, just real quick how I speed pan. Not gonna take it all the way down to black sands, but as close as I can, as fast as I can. So this is how I do it. This is where the super sluice really shines because of the very large ripples. So typically I put about 3 scoops in. Yes, it will hold more, but again, I'm going for speed. So the important thing is not going too fast at first. You really have to agitate it. You can see it just filling up with lights. And you don't have to be too gentle at first. So technically all the gold should already be down. But just to be safe, you still want to be gentle. The important thing is not to throw it out too fast. You're kind of letting the water do it. You can increase how much water goes in and out. You stick your fingers in the pan like Richard does. Alright, so really I'm about where I want to be. So you can still see there's some lights on there. I could go more if I wanted to. But again, I'm not trying to pan it all the way down. I'm just trying to speed. Now this is how I do it. Once I do the, wow, you can already see black sand right there. Once I get it down to here, three more scoops. Because the other scoops, the gold's still down there. It's also important not to take, when you are throwing this out, it's kind of like, at first you do the whole pan, then it's like 3/4, half, quarter. Because if you take this stuff back here, I can see a line of black sand right there. So you don't want it rolling over like this and throwing it out. This is about as far as I'm probably going to go. So then all I do is I switch it over to this side. Make sure you get it all down there. Then dump it in a bucket. And then repeat. Well, howdy, hey. Got a little bit of an interruption there. Oh, people across the road shooting. So anyway, I got the first bucket done, but a couple came down with their, I don't know, teenage daughter or younger, and they just asked what I was doing. They were from the city, but the daughter was really interested in it, and I took my time and I panned back a little bit and showed her the gold. About it ain't no big giant nuggets or anything. But then I went ahead and I grabbed my other pan, not my super sluice, and I put a scoop of the concentrates that I super panned down and taught her how to pan, and then and she had a little bit of gold. Well, you know, it's not a lot, but for her, she was so excited. So I ran up to my truck to see if I had an extra vial, and I did. So I went ahead and snuffered it up and with clean water and everything, put it in the vial, and she was so excited. I mean, it reminded me of me and Rich when we first got gold. We had to turn the vial just to magnify it to be able to see it. But she had like a dozen flakes in there, so, and they were tiny. But she loved it, and they were very appreciative and everything, so it was worth it. And that being said, that burned up about an hour. So I'm actually going to finish that second bucket, and I'm going to reclimate the hole. Because even though I got a nice breeze now, it's still really warm, but that breeze is really helping. I am running out of water. I brought 6 bottles, and I'm already down to 1 left. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, mostly because, you know, for having not such a great week and my back hurting a little bit, that made me feel good. I just wanted to share that. They did not want their picture taken. Well, I mean, they weren't like, no way or anything, but they were like, you could tell they were uncomfortable, so I respected that. So anyway, I know I'm waving my hand all over the place. But anyway, it's just a feel-good moment I wanted to share. So I'm going to finish hydrating here, and then I'll get down there and finish that second bucket and get it home and see what we got. I'm starting to get hungry, too. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, got that second bucket done. A lot more black sand in that bucket, but that was the upper layer. Again, I didn't segregate the upper layer from the lower. And I know there's gold in it because that little girl got gold. But let me show you. So I took 2 buckets that were full. Oh, probably about up to about here. And we have... shoot. I probably panned that down a little further than last week. But I'm going to go ahead and finish off my last bottle of water, get this stuff up to the truck and go home. See if I got a nug. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty. Just finished the part none of us really want to do, but we need to do. Fill your holes, guys. It's important. Doesn't have to be perfect. I try to make mine good. I throw the boulders in, then the mediums, and then the smalls. That's how I like to do it. That's not perfect, but at least it's safe. You know, they could have thrown in the rest of the rocks and filled it, but they at least tried and they did something. So you can see where I dig and where they dug. Okay. Whew. My back is a little tender right now. Let's get on with it. Gold Rush 23. Well, howdy, I made it home. And there's my cons for today and my kitchen type strainer device. And I got my gold wheel set up. I lowered it from there to here. Well, just so I can be lazy. But as you can see, the bin is empty. So let me get the cons screened out and let's see what we got. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Gold wheel's up and running. Now I just got to get the first scoop in to see how it's set. So the thing about my gold wheel, as you all know, I want the black sands to get up to about here. Right now, she might be a little steep. Oh! It's important to give it time to react to the adjustments. So, right now, it's pretty darn close. So you see the sands coming up to about right here. Alright, let's feed this in. And then set up for the DreamMat to run whatever's in there. Because, in case you guys didn't know, you can see the sands are washing out even at that low. Back in a bit. Alrighty, well, it's all fed. So we're going to give it a couple minutes to clean itself out, and I did pan back the bigs. No nugs. So I'm going to let that work itself down and then set up to run the DreamMat. Back in a bit. Well, howdy hey. Alright, well, gold wheel is done, the DreamMat is set up, and incredibly, I for 2 buckets, I told you that red rock was lucky. Let me show you. Alright, now let's see if the gold wheel missed anything. It is hot. It's hot. Even here in my carport, it's smoky. Not feeling super well right now, but I just gotta know. Let's find out. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alright. Here's what the gold wheel didn't catch. I know this sounds unorthodox, but it's a good test to tell me whether my gold wheel is obsolete. Let's find out. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Okay, we got it all in. Again, I maybe overdid it with the jet dry, so I can't see anything. But the proof is in the pan. Let's find out. Alrighty, well, got the DreamMat cleaned out. Here's my cons. You pan that back and see if the gold wheel missed anything. Back in a bit. Alrighty, so I ran it through the DreamMat, and hard for me to believe, gold wheel missed a lot. Well, not a lot, but missed some that it shouldn't have. Let me show you. So, the winner for today, once again, DreamMat. So, that doesn't mean my gold wheel is out of commission and everything, but as it actually moves the clean out way faster, because even though I put it in the DreamMat, it takes a long time to pan it down, and that gold wheel does 90% of the panning down. I never lose gold because I never throw away those tailings without running it again, but that DreamMat just continues to amaze me. I'm really tired. The smoke is getting to me. The heat is getting to me. So I need to get in and get me some dinner. But before I do that, I wanted to say thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment, any suggestions, whatever. Hit that thumbs up button and keep your videos coming. Till next weekend, have a wonderful week. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. We'll see you next time. Gold Rush 23.